Hello everyone, DeckTrolls here, and today I have for you my Odd Eyes Empowerment deck profile. Now, I have a really high affinity for the Empowerment monsters, but honestly, only one of them is really good, so I just wanted to really represent that one card, but I needed something else to help make it more solid, so I made my Odd Eyes Empowerment deck profile. So let's get into this. We got 3 Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon. You can tribute this card by tributing 1 level 5 or higher monster. If this card is tribute summoned, you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position, except Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon. You can only use this effect of Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon once per turn. And here's the empowerment monster that I love. Got 3 Ventra, the Empowered Warrior. This card can attack your opponent directly. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 dragon, warrior, or spellcaster type normal monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Got 1 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Pendulum effect. You can reduce the battle damage you take from an attack involving a pendulum monster you control to 0. During the end phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, add 1 pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. You can only use each pendulum effect of Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon once per turn. Its monster effect is if this card battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is doubled. Got 2 Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, when an attack is declared involving your face-up monster and an opponent's monster, if you have an Odd Eyes card in your other pendulum zone, you can make that monster you control gain 1200 attack until the end of the battle phase, even if this card leaves the field. Monster effect. When this pendulum summon card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by attacking, you can inflict battle damage to your opponent equal to the number of Odd Eyes cards in your pendulum zones times 1200. You can only use this effect of Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon once per turn. 2 Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. Pendulum effect. If an Odd Eyes card or cards you control is destroyed by a battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Odd Eyes monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only use this effect of Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon once per turn. And 1 Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, if a face-up Odd Eyes Pendulum monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy 1 card in your pendulum zone, and if you do, place 1 face-up Odd Eyes Pendulum monster from your extra deck in your pendulum zone, except Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon. Monster effect. When an Odd Eyes card is in your pendulum zone, quick effect, you can target 1 Odd Eyes monster you control. The first time it would be destroyed by battle or card effect. This turn, it is not destroyed. You can only use this effect of Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon once per turn. Now we got 2 Golden Dragon Summoner. You can tribute 1 monster, then target 1 monster on the field, return it to the hand. You can only use this effect of Golden Dragon Summoner once per turn. 2 Red Sparrow Summoner. When this card you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 warrior monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck in attack position. You got 2 Pilgrim of the Ice Barrier. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster with 1900 or more attack. And 1 DD Warrior Lady. After damage calculation, when this card battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that monster, also banish this card. Now for the spells, we got 2 Empowerment. All dragon, warrior, and spellcaster type monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card and special summon 1 empowered warrior monster from your deck. Once per turn, you can banish a total of 4 warrior and or spellcaster type monsters from your graveyard and add 1 Aether monster from your deck to your hand. You got 1 Sky Iris. Your opponent cannot target Magician, Perform Foul, or Odd Eyes cards in your Pendulum Zones with card effects. You can target 1 other face-up monster, 1 face-up card you control, and destroy it. And if you do, you can add 1 Odd Eyes card from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Sky Iris once per turn. You have 2 Terraforming. Add 1 field spell from your deck to your hand. You got 2 Spiral Flame Strike. Activate one of these effects. If you control an Odd Eyes card, target 1 card on the field and destroy it. Or add to your hand 1 level 7 Odd Eyes monster from your deck, or 1 face-up level 7 Odd Eyes Pendulum monster from your extra deck. You got 3 the Monarch Stormforth. Once during this turn, if you would tribute summon a monster for a tribute summon, you can tribute 1 monster your opponent controls, even though you do not control it. You can only activate 1 the Monarch Stormforth per turn. During the turn you activate this card, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. You got 2 Ego Boost. It's a quick play spell. When a monster declares an attack, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field. It gains 1000 attack until the end of the battle phase. 2 Acts of Despair. This card is always treated as an Archfiend card. The equipped monster gains 1000 attack. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can tribute 1 monster. Place this card on the top of your deck. Got 1 Polymerization. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from the extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. 1 Supply Squad. Once per turn, if a monster or monsters you control are destroyed by battle or card effect, draw 1 card. Got 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. Quick effect. Quick play, my bad. Target 1 spell or trap card on the field and destroy that target. Lastly for the spells, 1 Dark Hole. Destroy all monsters on the field. Now for the traps, you got 2 Dimensional Prism. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target that attacking monster and banish that target. And 1 Mirror Force. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls. Now for the extra deck, it's very small. We got 1 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. Requires 2 level 7 monsters. When any player monster declares an attack, you can detach 1 material from this card, negate the attack, then special summon 1 Odd Eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. If this XYZ summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck, except Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. You can only use each effect of Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon once per turn. Got 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Requires 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. When this card is special summoned, you can target 1 card in your Pendulum Zone and special summon it. Also, this card cannot attack for the rest of this turn. You can only use this effect of Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon once per turn. Monsters in your opponent's possession cannot activate their effects during the battle phase. You got 1 Brave Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Requires 1 Pendulum Dragon monster and 1 Warrior type monster. When this card is fusion summoned, you can change the attack of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls to 0. Also, for the rest of this turn, other monsters you control cannot attack. Negate the activation of the effects of monsters with 0 attack. At the end of the damage step, When this card attacks an opponent's monster, but the opponent's monster was not destroyed by battle, you can banish that opponent's monster. And lastly, 1. Maestroke, the Symphony Djinn. Requires 2 level 4 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card to target 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. Change it to face-down defense position. If a face-up Djinn XYZ monster you control would be destroyed, you can detach 1 material from this monster instead. Alright guys, that is my Odd Eyes Empowered deck profile. So, tell me what you think. What did you like? What did you dislike? What would you do to improve it? Please make sure to comment below. I like when you guys comment. Remember, I have 100+ budget-friendly decks, so there's going to be a lot of fun content coming your way. So please make sure to like and subscribe. Most importantly, have fun!